Save it. Oops. Has it been saved? Has it been saved? I don't know. Is it gonna be one stream file or two stream files? Who's to say? Usually the app is to say.
Look at all those chickens.
Kiki!
Actually, a lot of skeletons. There's no chickens here. Oh, now there's a lot of dead skeletons. Oh my gosh! Stop falling! There we go. Yep.
How are you?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the murdering of bazillion skeletons. I can't tell. This skeleton is wearing. Can skeleton come from a with dyed leather armor?
Dyed leather?
Yeah.
I think enchanted leather.
No. I'm gonna have to sort through everything now, cause now I wanna see if I can find it. Where is it? I'm just watching all the arrows burn. Okay.
Alright, I can
Maybe I
do
missed
5.
saw. Wait, where did one of the chests go? No, maybe there wasn't a chest here. Was there not a chest here?
Oh, this llama has making that sound I hate.
I'm so lost.
Do you hear the new splash sound?
Oh yeah, I heard it that time.
Oh, I hate it.
Oh wait, he probably didn't drop it. Ah,
What
dang.
What do you think of the sound?
More realistic in my opinion. Should I bring back? No, we have bone meal already there.
It needs a couple variations.
Push space to exit the raft. Oh, it doesn't say both. It acknowledges and knows that it's a raft.
Interesting.
Never paid attention until now.
I wonder if there's like gonna be other specific things like you only can put horses in rafts.
I think they changed it so big mobs in general can't get into rafts slash boats.
I can see for the boat because it has edges and walls around it. But like the raft is flat. So
I still think the raft is based off of a boat though.
yeah, but why did they change it to begin with? Is it because of a physicality thing? Because I was just watching one of the old highlight things, and I am in my inventory. 1 second. I was watching one of the highlight things, and when 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 you found Mochalina, wait, it just said you were sleeping.
I was sleeping. Is it not daytime?
It says 1 out
Huh?
of 2 players sleeping.
I gotta, cause it. Okay. There you go. That was weird.
Yeah, it was. I was like, oh, Kiki's in sleeping, so let me sleep. And then I got it was like sleeping through the night. 1 player sleeping, and I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, it said sleeping through the night. And I thought it slept through the night, and the next thing I know, I was up until I went along, and I was just reading my chat. And I was like, okay. Apparently, was not the case.
Um, yeah, I saw the clip where you found Mokalina like floating out in the middle of the ocean for no reason, and yeah, it's like I had midnight behind me, like not even like so far out of the boat that it's ridiculous, which it makes sense why they like changed it.
Hmm.
But um, and then you, I don't know how you were doing it. I think you were in a boat with a horse behind you also, and you had Mokalina on a
Lead,
on a lead. So
most likely.
yeah, so it was like two boats, two people, and three horses just floating across the ocean, and I was like, yeah, this does look ridiculous, but they should have kept it because I got that was our way to transport horses around, and now we what is happening? Oh, it's lag. Okay. Um. Yeah. Now how are we gonna get our horses across the ocean?
Hmm. I don't know.
I was telling somebody like it's when somebody asks you what are you up to and like the
As
main
in, wait. As in, what are you up to? Because you're obviously doing something, or what are you up to just because they're curious? What are you up to?
what are you up to is small talk. So like probably not even curious, but like being polite to say hello.
Okay.
Um so they're like, so what are you up to? And and whenever that question gets asked, what do you say when all you're thinking about is Minecraft?
I really think it depends on where I'm at.
So like let's say it's at work.
Oh, then it's most likely my friend asked me, and I'm telling him I'm thinking about Minecraft.
Okay, what if it's somebody who doesn't play Minecraft? Like an older person. Oh my god.
And then it's probably one of the ones I don't like talking to, and I just tell them I'm just standing here. There's no in between in my job. I'm not gonna lie. I either like you or I don't.
Wow.
And most of the time, it's the old people who are too stupid to figure it out. Besides one person, there's one old person I'm okay with. The other three, I, I don't. I was about to say something very bad. I don't really care for.
Oh, so I basically try to discuss whatever it is in vague terms, and usually they actually don't care, and they're like, "Oh, okay, cool," and move on.
No, I don't do that. No, it's wasting my energy.
I know I waste so much energy. Um, and like they're like, "Oh, okay, cool," and then they like walk off, and I'm like, "Good." Um, but this person's like kind of curious about like stuff that I'm doing, and they started asking a question. And I'm like, oh no, like how can I explain this further without saying I'm playing Minecraft and we can't put horses in boats anymore? Like it's, um. So basically, I was like, in this game that we're playing, we used to be able to like transport horses on boats and rafts, and um, now the game's saying it's too big, and they're like, "Oh, well, why don't you use something like a barge?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's something a normal person would say, like a bigger boat." But
I
my,
think they just don't want us to put camels in boats because if you put camels in boats, then that goes from a two-person boat to a four-person boat. Or I guess that can be three people. You have the driver and then the two that can
yeah,
ride.
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, that's 6 seats. And then I was like, wait a minute, who's driving?
But then again, I guess if you can put a lead on the camel and then the camel and the boat and the boat and the boat, and you can pull the boat in another boat with the camel, then that goes from being a 2 boats, which would be
Four.
4 people to a 6-boat ride because you get 2, 4, 6 with only 2 boats.
Okay, so you have 3 camels, 7.
Oh, well, you go 3 camels, then it becomes a 7-person.
Yeah.
Unless you got to train, and then you just got to train, and then it just becomes infinite as long as you have enough camels.
That's funny.
Because they let it fly with the pandas and stuff, and I don't think they changed it till they added the camels.
Yeah.
Because the pandas and the polar bears can fit in the boat, and you can fit 2 of them in a boat. And when you put 2 of them in a boat, there's no getting those out the boat. They're just in the boat. Forever rest in peace.
They just become boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just realized something that I don't want to fix.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, you like turn around and you're like, oh, nope. I lost. Become boat. I don't remember. Anyway, observations of the week.
Huh?
My observations of the week. When you come up to a light on the access road of a highway, and there's like a little turnaround thing and a turning lane.
Huh? If I come up to a light heading to a highway?
No, so you're on the access road of a highway.
Access road of a highway. What do you mean by access road of a highway?
The road on the side of the highway?
The road to get on the highway?
Yes, to get on and off the highway, yes. What do you call that?
Am I getting off the highway or getting on the highway?
You're going to turn under the highway.
Turn under the highway? Why am I under the highway?
Because that's where the turnarounds are.
So am I getting on the highway or off the highway?
You're on, what do you call the road on the side?
Exit lanes? Or I guess on ramps and off ramps?
But what do you, like, that's part of that road, but what do you actually call the road?
On ramps and off ramps?
The whole road?
Until I make it to the main road, yes.
I call it access road.
If I'm on the highway and I'm going, yeah, oh, here goes my exit. I'm on the off ramp all the way up till I get to the light that I turn left and right onto wherever that main road is. That whole entire thing is called an on and off ramp to me.
Okay, so let's
Yeah,
say
Green agrees with me too.
I call it access road, and the access road has on and off ramps.
See, when you say access road, it makes me think back in Michigan where they have the roads that you can drive next to the highway, which are like not you don't have to be on the highway, but it's like an access road. It's another way to go parallel of the highway without having to be on the highway, but still can get off on the same exits and stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
But that's a completely different road compared to the on and off ramps, which is what you were saying.
Okay, so the access road, the road that's next to the highway.
Oh my gosh, you weren't even talking about the.
I wasn't talking. I was like, you're on the access road, and you're gonna turn under the highway.
Well, I don't know of any access road that turns under a highway.
Your highway, y'all's highways don't like go up.
Well, first off, my area doesn't have access roads. I've only seen access roads ever in Michigan.
Really? You do have that one weird road, so I guess that's like tracks, I guess. Okay. Interesting. So what do I don't need lanterns right now, so let me switch this over. Okay, so I'm on an access road, and
Can we still clarify what the access road is?
huh? What you
I
said?
said we still haven't clear. Okay, so we are talking about the road next to the highway and not the on and off ramps of a highway.
No, because the on and off ramps are connecting the access road to the highway.
The access roads do not connect to the on and off ramps of the highway.
What?
The access roads, as I know them, are their own separate individual roads. They go to their own light next to where the on and off ramp lights are. So usually if you get off the highway off the off ramp, there's a light. And if I was to go right, there will be another light that connects the access roads where you can sometimes the road keeps going down or you just have to go through the lights. So you'll just have two lights next to each other.
Whoa, that's breaking my brain. What?
Well, you're breaking my brain because I've never seen an access road connected to an on and off ramp.
Okay, so I think I've seen what maybe I think you're talking about. But that's like in between cities. So like you'd be on the highway, like going like out of town, and then way off to the side, there's like this road that like sometimes it's two lanes going two different directions, and sometimes it's the lane going the opposite direction of where you're going. But it's like a completely separate road that just happens to be in near the highway. Is that not it?
I'm still lost.
Okay, so the access roads that I call access roads, which may be called something else, are roads that are like right next to the highway.
So we're not on the highway. We're on a road next to the highway.
Yes. And then for me, on ramps are like ramps that connect the road on the side of the highway directly to the highway. And
So that just sounds like a very long on ramp or off ramp.
um you can get on or you can drive like just alongside. Like if you like I don't like this highway and I'm just going to stay on the access road and just keep hitting light after light after light after light and just keep going.
Because to me, that seems weird that you can get on the highway from the access road.
Yeah, so like here, let's say one of the highways here. Every highway here has two roads on the side of it. And usually the highway is above the access roads. So whenever you need to get from one side of the highway, like there's streets that cross the highway all the time. So
Yeah.
so our highways are lifted. So you just get to a light and then you just turn and drive under it.
All your road is also made out of what is it? What did my friend say? Your roads aren't made out of asphalt either.
Yeah, a lot of them are like this weird concrete.
Yeah, my friend told me.
Yeah.
He had to go there for his job and stuff. And he was like, Texas road is just all concrete.
Yeah. And I think that's because like a lot of it's like lifted. Like the access roads will be asphalt, but then like
He explained because asphalt expands and like it flows with weather, blah 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 blah. Y'all don't have extreme temperature changes like other places do.
yeah, we don't have like harsh winters and then
Yeah, so that's
medium
why you
summers.
get
Yeah.
away with all the concrete and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, so the highways are usually they're above the access roads. There's always two access roads on like one on each side of the highway, and if and there's stuff always like there's always stuff next like connected to the like shopping centers and all this other kind of stuff like directly off the access road. So you would get off your exit like let's say a mile before you get to where you want to get to, and then you drive on the access road for about a mile, and then you turn away from the highway to get to like the HEB or whatever. And then if you need to go down the road that crosses it, you're going north, but the place you need to go to is south of the exit that you're going to. What you do is you get off the off ramp, and then you would get onto the access road. And then when the access road gets to the light, there's usually like a little place where you can do a little U-turn, and it's a U-turn that's under the highway. That's called those turnarounds. So
speaking a whole nother language, but okay.
Yeah.
Y'all's roads just sound confusing.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what your roads look like.
A highway. No side roads. Like it's very rare for you to come across a side road. At least here.
That's so interesting. But yeah, so my whole question was, I guess you don't because you don't have this situation. So, let's say you're pulling up to.
I can try to answer it to the best of my ability. I can answer it as if I'm getting off of this road that I take a turnaround to connect to my road when I was like explaining to you that one time.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say there is a road that's coming up to a light, and one of the lanes on the sides, you can do a U-turn. So like, there's usually like room for like one, maybe two cars to be at the light, and then once that third car's there, it like blocks the access to the U-turn. If you're the second car or the first car, do you like scoot up to like not block that little U-turn part to let people by?
Depends on if there's a sign there or if there's a car there.
Okay, so if you're the first car and there's a car behind you, and the third car is like, could y'all please scoot up like 2 feet so I can get by? Like, do you pay attention to that and like scoot up a little bit?
Sometimes.
Every time I pull up to that spot, I'm like, people always want to turn, so I'm always trying to scoot up. And if I'm the first car, I scoot up to not block the crosswalk. And then if I'm the second car, I like try to like get close to the edge of the lane that's away from the U-turn, so people can like squeeze by. So I like go out of my way to like not have somebody sitting there like move behind me. And today was the weirdest thing, because normally like I'll scoot up or I'll like edge over to the end of to the side of the lane and like scoot up a little bit so people can get by. I was the second car. The first car was like me, and they scooted up, and I'm like, cool, I'll scoot up too. And then the third, like the car behind me went, like just turned, and I'm like, okay, cool, letting people through. And then this big truck was like, and I'm like, hey, man. I think there's just barely enough space for you to get by. So don't you come just barreling down the road and swerving behind me. Like,
barreling down the road, swerving behind you. Yeah, right. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. You ain't getting around me. Now, if the people behind me are rude, oh yeah, then never mind. I change that back. I don't move. You want to ride up my? Nope, I'm not moving. You're gonna sit there with me now. Have fun.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. So then I started paying attention to the cars behind me because of him. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm up. There should be space for most of the cars. And usually like 2 or 3 cars will pass. And then one car will be like, oh, guess I'm the person who's plugging up the hole. And then he'll sit there, and then I look past him, and there's like 5 cars behind them with signal lights, and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't want to be him. And he probably it doesn't matter, but I just feel the guilt. So
Point. Oh well.
yeah, so I'm like, okay, but today, like that truck was like, and I'm like, hey, and I started paying attention behind me because now I'm all like self-conscious. Because I'm like, if he hits me, then I gotta like be able to quickly get their
He's at
license
fault.
plate. Huh?
Oh, I'm about to say he hits you from behind, isn't he at fault?
Yeah, but if he drives off, then it's a hit and run, and I have nothing. So I'm like, that's happened to me once, but it was a different situation, and basically like they turned way too wide and like came into oncoming traffic and like basically ran over my front left tire with their car somehow. Like it was just they just turned way too wide. It was like boom boom boom, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I look over and Ray Ray's like panicking, and I'm like, okay, well, let me get over to the gas station, calm Ray Ray down, call the police, and they're like, did you get the license plate? And I'm like, oh no, I was trying to calm my wife down. They're like, oh, well, we can't do anything. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, so when that truck was like, bro, I'm like, all right, I'm prepared. I need to be able to get this license plate like immediately. So now I'm like super aware and like staring into my rearview mirror, and then another car goes by like normal, and then another car goes by like normal, and another car goes by like normal. I'm like, hey, a bunch of people are getting through. I'm like, I feel good for pulling up today. And then another car, and then another car, and then another car. And like, before the light turned green, it felt like 35 cars went into the turnaround thing. And I'm like, this feels weird. But yeah. Good night, Ray Ray. But yeah, that was weird. It's like, it kind of like reinforced me to like, yep, I'm always gonna pull up because sometimes 35 cars need to get by.
So you did a good thing by letting the car get by?
I did a good thing by like pulling up, like the car in front of me pulled up a little bit, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'll pull up a little bit too, and like let the next person get by. And then 35 cars drove by. And I'm like, wow.
35 cars drove by, okay.
And I was like, okay, well, yeah. And every time I get the chance, I'm gonna scoot up. Cause I don't know. It's like there's always something story going on in my head where I'm like that whole person who was like trying to throw that rolled up thing to the person at the top. I'm like, you can do it, I'm rooting for you. And it's like, he's just at work. Like, I'm all invested in his story. But dang, this would be a good question for one. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back up again because I'm curious. What is the Mario theme song from Mario 1?
Which one's Mario 1?
The one with Duck Hunt. Like, I don't know how to explain it. For the Nintendo.
Is that the one where you spawn in the world on the island and you're at that middle island and it goes and you go to the left and then it goes to the right?
No, that's Super Mario World.
I don't think I've ever played the first one then, because I can't think of what it is.
Really? It's a side
Or at least
scroller?
I can't think of or at least I can't think of the game.
It's the side scroller one?
Side scroller one?
Yeah, where you like start as like little Mario on the left side and you walk across.
Is that not Super Mario? Island, whatever?
No. There's no map on Mario 1.
I can't remember.
Really? It's like the theme song that everybody hums when they hum the Mario theme song.
Um, I guess I would probably need to see the game and maybe the music would pop in my head. I don't know.
Okay, I'll save this one for when. Interesting. Oh, so have you ever had a writ? Is it nighttime?
Yeah, but it's rainy. But they will take the rain away.
I always feel like that too.
Especially when I have these really nice shaders on, it makes the rain very nice.
And then all of a sudden, it's a village of witches.
Then that's different because, oh, I haven't put my bird back in my boat. I am so sorry, bird. I got you. You're just chilling on this house over here.
Oh, the one that you set him on the house.
Yeah, because I demolished I can't have my bird in construction. It's a hard hat holiday here. Shoot, you know how hard it is to find a hard hat that small for a bird.
She's a thimble.
There we go. Oh, how am I gonna get you up here now? Easy. Staircasing up to my boat.
What was it? Are you sleepy?
No, I literally said I was moving my bird.
Oh.
Should I put the bird in the back of the boat? No, I want the bird to stay in the front of the boat like it was before. Oh, let me see. Can I get the bird to sit up here? Oh, if I can get the bird to sit here. Hold up. Come on. I don't know how to get the bird off now. Oh, okay, well. I guess that's one way to get the bird off. Come over here, bird. No. Sit down. Sit. No, you missed it! You missed it! Come on. Yeah. No! No! Get off! Okay. Sit. Up there. Sit up there. Sit. Come on, bird. Please stop staring at me. Please sit. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Come on. Yes. Sit. Can it not sit on a half slab? Can it not sit?
Oh, maybe not.
Sit. No. Oh, yeah, I don't. Can it? Oh my gosh. Only right click it once. I am right clicking it.
You sure it's not left click?
I don't know. It's like, why don't you come try with your bird? Your bird is just constantly flying in the air 24/7. I'm pretty sure its wings would like. Oh, I fell off my boat. Would like a rest.
I tried that already. It does not work.
I can feed it a cookie.
No.
I made a TikTok of that. Of saying you can feed the bird a cookie, and somebody commented like, "What happens if you feed the bird a cookie?" I was like, disclaimer: I am not held responsible for anything that happens to anybody. Pet parrots, if you feed your parrot a cookie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my gosh, come on, right here. This one. No, this one. Come on, please. Okay, we're getting somewhere. At the very
You
least.
sound like those those pet videos where the pet's not the sharpest knife in the in the drawer. Maybe my brain's not working either. Like you know when there's like this older dog and they're like catch and it's in slow motion.
Oh, and it just hits him right upside the face.
It's just smack. And the dog is so surprised. He's like, oh, that's not supposed to happen. Yeah, that's what you sound like for a bit.
Oh, well, don't worry. The parrot has landed. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Now I can sleep, I guess. Yeah, Taco, your parrot just wants to be free. Man, it would be a shame if I just, man, right click this lead right here.
No,
Set this parrot loose.
please don't.
But this is animal abuse, Taco. He's just blends in with the sky first off, so I can't really see him, but the little legs going back and forth. But oh, here we go. So mean. Okay, here comes
Bird.
the sleep.
That bird is grounded. Well, not really grounded, but he won't listen to me. Are you asleep? Okay. Alright. Cool.
Beautiful, yes, Green. You are very beautiful.
Yes. Have you ever had a waiter whose mood, like, one thing happens and basically the waiter just snaps?
No, I've actually been very lucky to not have that happen.
He didn't snap at us, but it was just kind of like got a feel for how his day was. So basically, he was like super duper nice, and I was like, he was like, what is it, tentative? No, attentive. Like he like every like not every couple minutes, but like the right amount of minutes that passed, he like came in and kept checking on us and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, oh no, I'm good, thank you. And yeah, everything went fine. I'm like, I'm gonna give him a bigger tip.
Till it was not.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna give him a bigger tip than I normally do because he was pleasant. So then we went to, there's like these little kiosk things on the table that you pay, and we pay with gift cards, and we went with the first gift card and that used that all up, and the receipt came out and like cool. And then we used the second gift card and added a big old tip, and then the receipt started coming out, and then it was like and started flashing red, and then we're like, oh, okay, I guess whenever he comes back, we'll tell him that the thing didn't work. And then he's like, oh, is everything doing? He's like, oh, is everything doing good? And we're like, the receipt, it got stuck. And he's like, God damn it!
Oh, you mean like that?
He was like, God dang it! This is the fourth time today. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. We don't need a receipt. He like grabbed the kiosk and like walked off. And he's like, I'll be right back. And I'm like, we should go.
Oh my gosh, that's actually very funny.
He was so pleasant before, and then just one thing.
No, I've not had a waiter do that to me, but I have done that myself, honestly. And I think it actually might be have gone the exact same way as the stupid printer in the dang back room, and it wouldn't print. And I had sat there spending 30 minutes at 4 a.m. First thing I walk into in the morning, and they left it broken, and I spent 30 minutes fixing it to get it to work, just to go and do some work, and then for the 5 o'clock people to come in and for them to break it, and then I had to walk away because I was about to yell at them, even though it wasn't their fault for this crappy machine. So yeah, while I have not had nobody do that to me, I have personally done that myself.
And like a different person came back to the table and put the kiosk back, and I was like, oh. I
Oh
was,
my gosh, that's hilarious.
I'm like, that's like it's just a little printer, like. But yeah.
Taco, now that I have something I wanted to talk about. 'Cause I
Yeah.
know you're not on Twitter, so you don't know what's going down right now.
I am not active on X.
Twitter. I refuse to acknowledge that site as X. But you don't know what's going down in the Minecraft community at the moment.
Oh.
There's a revolution going on, revolutionary war.
Are they all mad at the splash sound like me?
Oh no. We have propaganda, we have actual art, we have a petition going on and everything. Because everybody's mad about the mob vote.
Oh. I haven't. When I opened up the game, it showed one of them.
Yeah, I know you're not very knowledgeable at what's going on at the moment. And actually, I don't even know if you even know the mobs that are even.
I know there's a penguin because that's the one I saw.
Oh yeah, that is the one on the launcher. Yes, so that is one of them. Do not know
real
if you
quick.
want. Hmm.
I absolutely hate the splash sound because now the water elevator sounds like it.
I'm so sorry.
I just put in a stack of dirt and it's like splash, 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 and I'm like, no, it's supposed to sound like redstone.
Oh, that's why I was hearing all that water. I was like, Well, I was like, why am I hearing all this splashing? But yeah, there is basically a revolutionary war going on, and there's actual like art that looks like just straight up propaganda and everything. Like that's how serious this thing is. And people are all like, they want the mob vote to end because apparently the three mobs that they announced, everybody wants all three mobs added, and they're calling Mojang lazy because of them doing this and all this stuff. And oh my god, it is crazy at the moment.
What?
Yeah. Like, hold up. I can post the. Let me post the. I don't think the TikTok shows any of the mobs. It just shows all of the like propaganda art and stuff. I'll post it in your Discord. Copy
Really?
link. Yeah, it's insane how serious people are taking this right now. And then, like I said, I saw a petition for stop the mob vote, and it was like almost 200,000 people signed it and everything.
This sucks. So it's really cool whenever you see like developers like get promoted and become like the face of different things. And like right now Agnes, like I think one year during the event she was like um she came in as a developer and then like now she's the one bringing in developers. And then to hear that like everybody's upset about the mob vote, I'm like, poor Agnes is dealing with this.
Um, but yeah, and so there's a whole big like I'm pretty sure it's like still ongoing and everything. And like one of the streamers I watched made it a good point. Like in his opinion, he was all like, I mean, they could just stop the vote at all, but like you think about it, how many games give you an opportunity to have like an input in like the game development?
Yeah, and it's like it makes sense why they're only adding one because as far as game development, especially with a game that's like being added to more and more and more, every
Yeah.
new thing that you add to the game has to be tested against everything else that exists in the game.
Yeah.
So for them to
And
be like, guess what? We're gonna add like 50 new animals. It's like, no, that's gonna take forever. They're like, oh yeah, they could just throw them in there like mods do, and it's gonna break so much stuff.
yeah, and that's what everybody was comparing them to. They was like, Mojang is lazy because look at this. They literally just announced these mobs, but here goes these modders who's already modded the mobs into the game, and all them and like some of the modders are like, yeah, they can do this a lot faster. They should be able to add all of this. And then some modders are all like, yeah, but even though I've made this, my thing is buggy. This literally just worked long enough for me to make this simple little video that I planted to post and stuff. It's not nowhere near on a level for a game that's trying to live for like longevity and everything.
Yeah, it's like you put the mob in the game, and you're like, look, so easy. Like, I did this in like 4 hours, and then like a pig comes next to it, and then the mob like explodes. You're like, it's like, I didn't see that coming, did you? Like, yeah, there's way more to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like in my opinion, my stance on this, I appreciate the mob votes because I like having like my opinion of being able to put like my voice being heard about what I want to be added to the game.
Yeah.
But for these mobs that they haven't announced, I feel like they could have done better. And these mobs could have been something they've like added in the update.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm more like not impressed with the choices over having like all three of them added in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me. No, don't play. Don't. Okay. I don't know why that's there. And
But yeah, because like, and I agree with that streamer because it's like there's not any games out there that's all like, hey, let's get the community involved and like, what should we add in the game? They could just straight up be like, hey, we're adding this and be done with it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then he also makes the point that they could just like not announce the other mobs and then like then we would never know. And then it was like, hey, we're adding in penguins, and then everybody was like, yo, yay, we got penguins, and just be happy about that. And so it wouldn't like displease like 2/3 of the party.
Okay.
And like I don't know, all his reasonings were like valid and everything like that, but like I just some of these people are just it's insane how crazy everybody has been about.
So
And in
I
my
just
opinion, I would have been okay with them just I don't know.
so I pulled up the three mobs. Is the penguin, armadillo, and crab, right?
Yes.
I gotta make sure I read them all right. Found the right ones. Find some like random website telling me the wrong thing. Um, so yes, I agree that they are weak mobs. Like, like comparing them to the Phantom, which is a mob that one of the people that I listen to hates. Um, yeah, like you said, these are like mobs that you just add to the update of the biome. It's not like a special mob that should be something that like, ooh, do I want a golem? Like,
Because it's also like, hold on, I need to pull up past mobs real quickly so I make sure I get this right. Past Minecraft mob votes. The fudge, I don't. Okay, there you go. I don't. Let's see.
I need more lava, but I have stuff in my
Is there not just a general picture of all? Okay, so there's that one. That's
inventory. Convenience?
2017. No. I just want a general picture that just shows.
Are you eating your mic?
No, I'm next to fire.
There we go. Now throw that into the machine and let's go.
Oh shoot, didn't mean to click that button. Uh, where is there image showing all the mob? There we go. I continue for now, please and thank you. Please just show. Okay, let's see. No, can I just? Oh my gosh, all these biased websites. I just want to see a picture.
You do Google images?
Not just a general. Which
Oh,
ones we lost?
oh my god, ran in the
I know
wrong
I've
thing.
seen it on dang Twitter, but I don't want to dive into that cesspool of stuff. Because I want to make sure I get this right that he said.
6, 7, 8 buckets of lava. 8 buckets of lava. Ah, ah, ah.
Who are you, signature?
Oh, is the infinite lava ready?
No, I haven't even made it. I've just been collecting dripstone.
Okay.
I can make it though. This is gonna make me go on to Twitter. Minecraft mob vote. Why is that? I literally typed in Minecraft. Why is that the #1 thing at the very top?
Yeah, I typed like that exact same thing happened to me.
Literally, I just typed Minecraft and first thing to pop up there.
Yeah. Oh no. Poor people.
I want a picture. Oh, wait. Is this? No. Kind of. You know, forget this. Okay, so I'm just gonna go about my best way of explaining it and hope
Oh
that
god.
it sounds kind of right.
Oh, okay.
But
Am I? Okay.
he had said that the votes used to be based off of not which one we were which one out of all three they were going to add, but which one did they want them to add first.
Yes.
Yeah, but then like it took so long. Like, that's how we finally got the goats and the frogs. But it was taking like way too long for them to add it into it, which I'm assuming is why they stopped doing that and why we never got the ostrich.
Uh.
And so that's what he's saying. He's like, that's what it used to be. And for the longevity of the game, that wouldn't have been a good thing because they would always like it. Because it's the same thing with like how they promised us the warden, like further. I don't remember what update it was, like when they had first announced it, but then they couldn't get them ready in time. So then they had to push it back. So it'd be like, and then the community was already mad about that. And so if they were to keep how they were, the community would just keep getting more mad and more mad because they would think it was empty promises because they of not sometimes not being able to have it ready on time.
Yeah, they like the whole height increase was an
Hmm.
extremely ambitious thing to be like, yeah, we can do that in the next update.
Yeah, and also I think that was also when they were supposed to add the warden too.
Yeah, like just as a technical thing, making the game, let's say, I don't know the math, but let's say you're making the game twice as tall for a game that's already resource intensive, and you want it to work on every device that it's already working on.
Yeah.
It's like that was a very tall ask. I'm surprised they got it done in 2 updates.
Mm-hmm.
Like hats off to them for pulling that off. And then also, I'm happy that they got my broke ass world to work. Like,
Yeah, because
if
then
they're
they
like,
also have
oh,
to like
sorry,
blend it in with like password worlds and make sure they like, like they have to make sure every update, like, oh, you don't have to restart your whole entire world. It still works, blah blah blah, this, that, whatever. You can continue on playing with your own same world without having to restart over.
yeah, you know me. I'm like, the whole time I'm like, did my world get updated to mine? Like one that was created in what 2012 when it was called Windows 10 Beta. Like My buggy
Hmm.
world where the spawn point's 1,500 blocks off of where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's
So
a lot of things that have to also go. Like a lot of other things that also have to worry about. And I don't know. Stand. I feel like I stand with Mojang. That is just not as easy to probably just add all that in. Cause then if they just add the three mobs, then people are going to be like, oh well, then they spent all this time doing this, and we barely got anything. Like how they considered, was it this update they considered that we didn't get basically much of anything? Or was it last update?
talking about the wild update.
No, it was like either 1.19 or 1.20. Everybody was complaining about that um the update barely had anything in it and they didn't give us much of an update.
Yeah, comparing after like making the world bigger, like and the warden. It's like, how do you follow that up?
Yeah. I think it might have been this update because it was the yeah, it was, I'm pretty sure it was this update that everybody was mad that we weren't getting much of anything with it for like a whole year and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we got a whole new biome. We got two new different plants and everything. Poor fireflies, they will be remembered. Yeah, but I mean, Minecraft even says that they try to have accurate facts. And if the frogs were supposed to eat fireflies, but then find out that fireflies are actually poisonous, I mean, I guess they kind of just want to stick to how they are and stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe they'll figure out some other way to add the fireflies. Because it's just like how they promised us bundles, and they still haven't added that to the game yet. Even though I think bundles are pointless. Because you can only craft them with rabbit hides. And who's going to be at the beginning of the world? I'm going to go look for a desert so I can go get me some rabbits and kill these rabbits so I can get me rabbit hides so I can make a bundle that can only hold 64 items. And that depends on what items because sometimes you can't even hold 64 of an item. I can either hold one piece of armor or I can hold 64 of a certain thing, but then that's about it.
Really? You can.
Yeah, the bundle is like for like certain items, it's like you can only put one thing in there, like armor wise, and I think tool wise, it's like
Because it's not
one
stackable.
tool. Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Okay. That makes sense. It's like non-stackable stuff just can't go in there, or it can. It's just. It's like, why would you put this suit? Why would you put this chest plate in a bag?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, I'm done playing around with this gravel.
Hmm.
One thing, another thing I've noticed recently is there's a new type of car paint that I'm noticing. I don't really know how to describe it. It's like, and it's mostly gray cars, but it looks different, like shinier than normal car paint.
How
But
do we get talking about cars?
oh, it's another thing I noticed this week or recently. And I was curious
Yeah.
if you had seen it. I don't know if you like pay attention to other cars.
Nope.
Uh,
Unless it's my car. And I'm like, hey, that person made a smart decision.
yeah. Okay. I'll save that one for signature too, because I'm not sure. I feel like he would notice it, but I don't know. It's like it's this weird like gray shade of paint, and it's I don't know what it is, or if it's like a specific like a specific brand that uses it or what. But it's like gray and like bluish gray. Do you know everybody's number who messages you?
No. Phone has taken the ability to not have to remember numbers.
Have you? How long have you carried on a conversation with someone who you didn't know exactly who it was?
As in, are we talking IRL, phone call, text messages? What are we talking about?
IRL text messages.
Okay, and then the question is how long of a conversation I've had with somebody I don't know?
You're not exactly sure who it is. Like you get a random like Merry Christmas, and you're like, oh, Merry Christmas to you.
One message. I ask, who is this? If they answer a name and I don't know it, I stop messaging them.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know you. It's the same thing with phone calls. If I get a phone call, if it's a spam call, hang up. If it's B, I say hello and nobody says anything 2 seconds after that, I hang up. No, shoot. I hate phone calls, so that's why I automatically want to just hang up if I do entertain the fact to even answer the phone call. If the phone number is not in my phone or it doesn't pull up like the doctor's office, the dentist, the eye care plus, if it doesn't pull up something like that, I half the time I don't even entertain answering the phone. I let it go straight to voicemail and I'll decide afterwards if I want to call you back.
Yeah. I feel like I should do that too.
True now, especially now because of all this AI stuff. If I say hello and nobody says anything, I don't say anything either because I don't want them to be like I'm trying to get a snippet of her voice so I can AI blah 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 this and that because that was already on the news. I'm like hell to no, I'm not providing that to anybody.
Yeah, I heard of that. I heard of that like a long time before AI was like a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I've been carrying on this conversation. How long have I been carrying on this conversation? Let's see. 2021. Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays. We go back and forth. There's one message where I talk about a family member, which at that point I guess I knew who it was, and maybe their name got deleted or something, or my phone just being really stupid, and it's like the contact is in there, the name is in there, it's just not showing it right now. But is one of two people who I think it is. Yeah, a year ago I had a feeling of who I thought it was, and right now it's one of two people. But I've been carrying out like a couple times a year messages to this person for 4 years almost. And now it's way too late to be like, who is this? Because I was going to say it. Like, I felt like how you do, like, right at the beginning. Where they sent me a message and I don't know who it is. And I was like, who is this? But then I was like, you know what? I don't want to be rude or make myself feel really stupid by like saying that, and we've been carrying on a conversation for 3 years. So I was like, you know what? Let me check to see if I've been talking to this person. And I'm like, yep, I have for 3 years. I'm glad I didn't be like, who is this? But now it's even more awkward because I was like, nah, I really can't ask. And I have to like compare.
Yeah.
I have to like compare phone numbers with someone else who probably has their number. Be like, hey, what's this person's number? They're like, oh, blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'll save their name. And I'm like, all right, I didn't have to embarrass myself. So for you, your answer is immediately, and for me, apparently my answer is 3 years.
You give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm just all like, but don't waste my time.
Because they obviously know me, because they're like, happy birthday. And I'm like, thank you.
No, or said person just got their number switched, and they didn't tell you, so you're texting this person. It was like, who's this? I'm like, so and so, and I'm like, oh no, wrong number, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And then you contact, and then you finally see them. They're like, hey, I actually got my number changed. You're like, well, thanks for telling me.
Yeah. Have you ever had it the other way where you message somebody and they're like, who is this?
Oh yeah. I have. I ain't even gonna lie. And I'm like, oh, sorry. And I guess go on with life.
Oh, no. Okay. So yes, that's happened where like the person changed their number and you text someone and they're like, who is this? And you're like, oh, I'm sorry. No. Someone who knows you, they just don't save you in their phone. Or they change phones so often that anytime you text them, they're on another phone.
I don't think I know anybody who just doesn't have me saved in their phone and or has the money in this economy to keep switching phones.
I feel like this person doesn't like me because every
At that
year.
point, I'm not wasting time messaging them.
Yeah, and I've stopped. But like for a couple years I'm like, happy birthday. They're like, who is this? And I'm like, your family member? They're like, oh, thanks.
Oh, actually, family be like that. I ain't gonna lie.
And then like a year later, I'm like, happy birthday. And they're like, who is this? And I'm like, the family member. And like, oh, okay, thanks. And I'm like, should I message the next year or should I not? And I'm like, happy birthday? Who is this? I'm like, all right, I'm done. So I'm like, obviously, you don't care. I'm like,
nobody. I just want to wish you a happy birthday. From stranger to stranger, who just happens to know when your birthday is. Don't mind me.
Obviously, I'm not any concern in your life. So, I'm just gonna go.
TikTok peer pressure me into buying something. I finally just broke down and buy it because I got tired of seeing the dang videos on it.
I was about to say an ad. I was like, you could hide it.
It's not an ad. It's
Yeah,
like majority of my dang feed is that stupid shop stuff.
What?
Have you not been on TikTok since they've added shops? So they're like ads, but they're done by like regular people.
I thought Shops was on there already. I thought Shops been on there for a long time.
I haven't been on there for a long time. But they are on there. And that's what I'm talking about, what made me buy it. I'm not like the generic actual ones that say actually an ad.
Huh.
The shops are ones that people are like, I gotta make this video. because TikTok will give me this product for free for making a video on it, or they get more coupons to get it. They get more stuff for free. That's basically all the shop is.
Oh. Okay.
AKA, it's basically just a video review on said product. And because you make a video review on said product, you can either get money from anybody who buys something from the link, or you can get more discounted coupons or sent free stuff to make more videos if you're like that big and they do really good.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, but no, I kept seeing the ad about this portable 15-inch monitor, just thin like a tablet, and it's like 200 and something dollars.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and so that's why I just kept scrolling by it at first.
Oh, then they got
Recently,
you.
this week, or even the last like 2 weeks, there's a flash sale going on it right now, where it's $64.
What?
Yes. And it was becoming harder and harder to scroll by it every time it kept coming up on my For You page.
Oh.
And then today, I looked at it again and scrolled down just to see I also had a $10 off coupon. So then it was only $56.
Oh, I would have.
And I was like, open up my Christmas savings, transfer some money over. I'm like, this is a Christmas gift to myself to try this out. Only because I saw a video of people using it to play like their Switch games on.
They really got you.
Yeah.
They got you from like all angles.
Yeah.
They're like, judging from our data, this user has a Switch. This user's budget is about this. Interesting.
I think TikTok also knows what animes I like to watch because I'm watching another new anime that I saw on TikTok.
What was it? What is it
I
called?
swear it just knows.
Oh yeah. What is it called?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, what was that? I was like, I didn't know you were still here. Shit, you went quiet after I talked about like how badly they got me.
Oh, and I was like, what is the anime called? And then you went silent. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, I must have didn't hear you over my music. I'm sorry. It's called what is it? The Royal Tutor?
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah, it's about this guy who from the king the king recommended him to train his 4 other sons because the king's paranoid that something might happen to his first son. So he got this personal tutor to go and train his other 4 sons just in case something happens to the first son. But all the suns are actually have like some form, some shape or form thing wrong with them that, you know, they don't look like they're like they look like the typical like, oh, they look like they're gonna be all sweet and nice, or this person's gonna be like this and this person's gonna be like that, but they're not. And so the four sons like runs off every other tutors. And so they have no like then the sons don't know where this guy came from because there's like basically like no information on him.
Ah.
And the art style looked really nice, and I was all like, ooh, this looks really nice. I'm like, let me go check this out. So I just started that today.
Okay. Interesting. I am so behind on anime.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. There was like a really big one that I should have watched, and I did not. And there's some good ones coming out this season, and I've seen the trailers, and then I'm thinking, I'm like, am I gonna set aside some time to watch these, or am I gonna stay on hiatus again? And I'm like, this
The
sucks.
first episode of The Shield Hero came out on Friday, and I don't know how I felt about it.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I won't. I won't talk about it then. I won't bring it up. That's why I needed another. Oh shoot! That's why I needed another anime.
Oh. Hmm. I am. My brain is like completely locked up because I've finished the part that was the problem.
Are we talking about Endgame?
Yeah. And now it's all new, still busted territory. And I think I just completed the transition from the double problem to the single problem. And then now I don't know how I want to continue.
Oh, my brain's been busted on stream because I'm pretty sure I've spent 75% of the stream just running back and forth and picking up one block out of this wall that I needed just to have to run all the way back because I need the other kind of block, and I didn't grab it when I was over there. And the only thing I have gotten the show that I've been working on it is, at the moment, 2 walls of the pillars. And that's it. Not even the full wall. Just the middle part of 2 pillars. On one side. But I've made a whole bunch of walls in my inventory, though.
Okay.
That's what I've done in an hour and a half.
Yeah. I finished this little triple section. So it looks all nice. Yeah, this was the double problem. So I finished that. And now I'm over at the single problem. And there's other work I need to do, but then I end up getting more materials that I don't. I have inventory space for it. It's just, it's gonna fill up with stuff I can't use for what I'm doing right now.
What are you doing?
Moving the hallway over.
Ah. Okay, well now that I'm done with the walls, I can place all of these up and put all of these in my inventory.
Cause yeah. This.
Oh nice, I didn't grab a stone. Time to make another trip around. That's the only thing I hate about this wall. There's so many different stone types and stone varieties that I need. And my inventory isn't big enough to hold enough of them to where I don't have to keep making multiple goddamn trips over here.
So you know what you should do?
Beat the Ender Dragon, find it in city so I can make sugar boxes.
Eventually. But you know what you can do right now?
Keep running back and forth to make these trips over here to get what I need.
What we did, we built the giant tunnel all the way to Iceland. Is we had a railway with some minecart with rails in them.
Oh, I'm too lazy for that. I'd rather make the 20 trips back and forth. Then have to stop what I'm doing to make something else to get that going. Just have to then refill that and then forget about it.
Yeah, we just pushed the stuff along as we built.
Yeah, I'm good. We're not terribly too far away at the very least.
Yeah, we were miles. We were thousands of blocks away. We were like, we gotta bring this stuff with us.
Yeah, that's different compared to I'm just here on the other side of spawn.
Yeah. Or what my world calls spawn.
Whoops. I don't know why I tried to jump on the tree.
It's coal. I don't want it. But what am I gonna do? I'm gonna pillar up and grab it anyway. Hopefully don't dunk some lava on my head. Gravel, cool. Yeah! Oh, I completely missed. You ever try to jump over something and like
Fail miserably.
jump as you're falling?
All the time. They literally just did that when I was trying to get on top of the block, and I did a wide berth for some odd reason, and then face first into the tree, and then hit the ground. I was like, I don't know why I just did that.
Oh man.
That's not the right block. Oh my gosh, I have found my new favorite streamer right now.
Ah.
And it's a dang... and it's a dang Grand Theft Auto role-play streamer.
Oh, what is it?
An RP streamer.
Yeah, what is the name?
Omar?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Back
'Cause
when
once again, I blame TikTok.
back when Deep was active, he told me about one, and I got really into like the storylines that they were acting out for like months. That was my background music, and it got really crazy, and then everybody started getting into RP, and then then I just kind of got out of it because like he switched characters, and I was like, oh, I don't like this new person. um, and then I just kind of moved on to another
Oh,
stuff.
are they one of the ones where it's like life, like serious, like life ones where like if the character dies, you have to like make a new one?
Oh, I'm not sure about that, but I know he played two characters. He played like a driver for hire, and he played a cop. And I think the driver for hire got like put in jail. So like,
Mm.
yeah, he was just there for his whole sentence, like 30 days or something like that. So like for a whole month, I just didn't see him. All I kept seeing was a cop, and I'm like, and then because he only had one character, then he made a new one, which was a lawyer. And I'm like, this, if I cared, this would be interesting because I think it seems like he's playing that well, and I could probably learn some stuff about the law, but I don't care. And then that other character finally got out, and it be just like with regular life, like if you're away from things that you need to maintain, like paying rent on a house and all that other kind of stuff, it gets taken away because you're not paying for it. So basically, all the stuff that he had like built up and everything was gone because it got like repossessed and other people like just took it because there's nobody around, and he lost his business, and it was just it was I was like, this is not fun anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for like probably 6 months, that was just my background, and it was really really cool.
But yeah, there's different servers. Some servers, like I know the one that Nerdy used to, or I think Nerdy still does. But the servers that they play on, it's if your character dies, it's like hardware dies,
Yep.
and there's like you have to create like a new character and stuff. Where I think this one's not as serious because I say this because I think last night, like since I've started watching him, this is the first time I've seen like somebody like be permadead. But majority of the time, most people are not like they don't like how nerdy when they play have to act out like many streams of being like leg is broken, arm is broken, and stuff like that. They
Yeah.
don't take it as serious.
Ah.
Yeah, because this person plays a cop for the first half of the stream, and then for the second half of the stream plays a regular dude who causes trouble and stuff.
Okay. Interesting. I can't now that I've like talked about those old days. I'm like, I kind of curious if he's still. I know at one point there, before Red Dead Redemption started their whole RP thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know that he was talking about setting up a character for it. So I'm kind of curious. I'm like, what would their style of RP be? I'm like, is it like watching The Revenant?
Probably. But I found them through their TikToks, surprisingly.
I'm not surprised.
Well, I'm surprised mainly as because like I don't know how I even got to Grand Theft Auto roleplay. I guess
Okay.
maybe the once in a blue moon TikToks I would see from Nerdy that she posts on there,
Ah.
but I don't like seek out Grand Theft Auto like TikToks and stuff.
it's the algorithm is weird for different platforms. Like it it sometimes gets me, but most of the time it's annoying
Mm-hmm.
cuz it's like, let's say I'm into like learning programming, and I'm watching different programmers. I'm watching this, I'm watching that, and it's like, oh, this person's into programming. I wonder if he like wants to hear about the whole Google like conference that they do every year about programming. I'm like, yeah, that's I didn't know Google did that. That's interesting. I'll watch that too. And it's like, Microsoft does one and Apple does one. It's like, cool. Three different perspectives, like three different companies, blah blah blah. It's interesting. And then I see one video and it's like a horse in it, and it's like, oh, he loves horses now. Get rid of all the programming and all we're gonna send him is horses. And it's like, no. I accidentally clicked that,
Yeah.
and now my whole feed is horses.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
One thing that I did find out is that you can delete videos from your watch history.
Hmm.
So like if you accidentally click something, you're like, nope. Let me go in my history. Delete. Not this algorithm. And it won't like completely override the like months and months of like the same stuff that you've been watching.
Your wannabe curated uh information.
Yeah. So I'm like, and then every now and then it'll like it'll get a home run. So like, what was it? The whole investing thing that I was kind of curious about. Like, I was watching something, and then it was like, "Do you want to learn about dividend stocks?" And I'm like, I haven't been thinking about that recently, but I am curious. And then my feed turned into all dividend stock stuff, and I'm like, this works for right now because I want to learn, but I'm not gonna play your game, YouTube.
Okay.
I am gonna open every single one of these links in incognito mode in a different browser, so you can't track me. And then I'm gonna delete this one video from my watch history so you don't fuck up my feed again. and,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll learn on my terms. Because I want my podcast back. I was listening to this gaming podcast, and because I clicked on one stock video, now all of a sudden it got rid of my podcast I've been listening to for 3 years. It's like,
Oh my god, that's just like on YouTube. Like, before I started watching this streamer, because he streams when I go to bed, so I literally just put his stream on and I just go to sleep to it.
uh-huh,
But before I was doing that, I was on YouTube because I got tired of listening to the Spotify thunder sounds, and I went on to
what?
YouTube. Hmm.
Wait, Spotify Thunder?
Spotify thunderstorm rain sounds.
Oh, like the back, like white noise kind of things.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is that? I was like, those words sound different, weird together.
Yeah, but I used to listen to the Spotify sounds my on my Google Home Mini.
Uh,
Um, but I just got tired of the same old, same old.
uh,
And so I went to YouTube and I discovered my new favorite thing, which is rain walk is like walking in it's like rain walking or walking in the rain videos.
uh,
Like over there in Japan and South Korea and stuff like that, it's so much safer to just be randomly walking in the night all by yourself. And so I've come across so many rain videos of them just walking in the rain with an umbrella and stuff.
Uh-huh.
and that used to be what I watched to go to sleep now.
Okay.
And I made the mistake of watching it on my actual normal YouTube channel account.
Yeah.
So now that's what it just recommends to me every single time.
Yeah.
And now I have to go and like actually hunt through my dang like subscribe channels to go and see, hey, did so and so post a video today? I gotta go hunt for it real quickly to see if they did because the only thing that's showing up on my feed is, oh, the relaxing rainwalker posted a new video. Oh, thanks. I don't care about that right now.
Yep. Well, now you know a way to fix it.
Yeah, but then I will not get to see like some of my favorite rainwalking videos. It's like pick my poison. It just leave it there because I like to get recommended my new rain videos that get posted because some of them might just be really good.
Mm. Okay.
Granted, I can't use it for like just like background noise half the time because my brain has just now associated to when that plays, it's time to go to sleep.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I had to stop I had to stop watching long drive the long drives with it raining because I was like, no, I can't associate when I'm in a car and it's raining, it's time to sleep.
Oh no.
So I've had to stop watching those. But the walking in the rain and the dude has an umbrella, I like a out like a light.
Wow. That's interesting. I don't think I have a sound or anything like that associated with sleep. Um yeah, basically I don't know. It's just like laying on my side of the bed is associated with sleep. Because like I just lay down on my side of the bed and I'm out. Like
Oh, you're just one of those people that can just so easily fall asleep.
yeah.
I can't do that. That's why I have the rain sounds.
Yeah, and like even today, like I got home from tennis, and I was like, I need to jump in the shower. But I was like, but I need to like just chill for a second. And then I laid down on my side of the bed, and then I woke up like 30 seconds later. I'm like, nope, get up, get in the shower now, because you're gonna wake up and it's gonna be 4. It'll be time to get ready from work, and you're gonna be all sticky. And I'm like, I do not want this because it's happened once before, and it sucked. Um, but yeah, it's yeah. I'm like, do I have anything like associated? No, like smells remind me of memories.
Yeah, but that smells though.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be a certain smell of people that reminds them of something. Like I associate what is that smell? It's like I can't think of it, but it's always a certain. It's the reason why I love Christmas is because there's just this certain smell that it just makes me think of Christmas, and it just makes me feel warm and everything. That's why I'm like, I can't wait until like Halloween passes and stuff, and I'm like, it's Christmas time. I want the Christmas smells and get like it just I don't know, it just makes me feel like all warm on inside when it gets Christmas time.
Okay. It's not like peppermint.
No, it's not peppermint. Honestly, like can't even like
Genius. Sorry.
no fudge.
So, I remember how I like went from the double problem to the single problem.
Yes.
Um, so on the exact opposite side is the single problem, and I had already solved the problem. And when I got to it on this other side, I was like, how am I gonna fix this problem? And I was like, oh, okay, I'll do this. And now that I've finished it, I went to the other side, and it wasn't fixed in the back. So I was like, let me go to the front and like fix it like I just figured out now, and it was already solved that way.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, oh, I solved this problem literally months ago. Forgot how I solved it. Resolved it the exact same way. And then I'm like catching back up to what I figured out a while ago. But yeah. Sorry. Do you know what that is? It like a seasonal flavor?
It's not even a flavor. It's like whenever we get like a Christmas tree, it's like the smell the tree has, I guess.
Pine?
Maybe associated with pine. Maybe? Honestly, it's like now that I'm like here and I need to like describe it, I can't even fathom how to describe it at the moment. But it's just every time what I think of when it's Christmas time.
What was it? The thing that reminds a certain temperature and like the crisp air like immediately reminds me of walking to school.
Really?
Yeah. It's like because we walked to school when we were young, like it's I don't know, the air, like I don't know if the air like smells a certain way, like maybe like cold wet leaves or something. There's something about it that it's like as soon as that same temperature hits and that same Bless you! The same temperature and the same smell like hits, I just immediately I'm like, I don't have to go to school, but I really felt like I did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like once I get that feeling, if it feels like school time, Halloween's about to happen, and Christmas is coming, all at like the same time.
Right after my sister's birthday hits, I already know it's like, well, all the holidays are about to hit. All the, or it's either that or if I'm going to TwitchCon, I'm like, well, TwitchCon's about to happen, which then means Halloween's about to happen, which means Thanksgiving's about to happen, which means Christmas is about to happen, which means New Year's about to happen, which means all these holidays are about to happen right then and there.
Wait, when does TwitchCon happen?
Next week.
Oh, are you going?
Yeah.
Wow, that snuck up on me real quick.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It just sneaks up so fast.
Whew. Is this gonna be called pulling a Kiki?
Why?
Walking into a pillar of lava?
You're so mean.
Because I almost just did.
Oh my god. But yeah, I didn't realize how close it was either until I was all like, okay, I have this wedding I gotta go to this weekend. And I was like, okay, and then TwitchCon's this date. And I was like, oh my gosh, I literally come back from the wedding on Sunday. Then I have Monday and Tuesday. Then I fly out for TwitchCon. I was like, oh my gosh, dang it, it's so close.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So TwitchCon is usually in October, like you said.
I don't know. I feel like last year. I feel like it's been in September too,
Okay.
because I feel like the date just kind of depends. Because I feel like this one's very close to Halloween, and I don't remember TwitchCon being this close to Halloween.
Okay. Hmm. So I'm trying to like figure out like.
Also, as another thing, Halloween falls on Tuesday, so and I want to give out candy.
Okay. Cool. What kind of candy do you give out?
Whatever candy I find that's marked down or was at a discount at my store. Yeah, I'm that person.
Wow. I thought you were gonna be like, oh, I do it up big. I give out full size candy bars, king size.
I did that 1 year because my store had marked down several different varieties leading up to Halloween, and I just bought so many of them. So I was that one person for one Halloween who did give out full size candy bars. I had kids every time they came up to me, I was like, take one, and they was like, you mean I could take? I'm like, yeah, just whatever one you want. It's like but you can only get one bar or one candy.
And then they just stare at you with their mom behind them and just grab a handful.
Oh no, I will literally tell them to take one because it's a dang whole bar candy bar. You don't need more than one.
That's funny. I thought about handing out candy one year. I think about handing out candy every year. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. Because I'm like, I want to do something that's me. And I'm like, hey, I'm over here. The,
The what?
like the hallways are growling. It like,
Oh,
God.
those ambient sounds that are just
Yeah.
so nice. They're so annoying to deal with. Okay, well, I finished the wall.
Wait, what?
Well, I finished one wall,
Okay.
one side of the wall.
Okay. Cool. I basically solved both sides today, and now I can just progress forward. Do I have? Nope. Yeah, my inventory is getting more and more cluttered with random stuff. But
Random stuff.
yeah, now I can actually dig out both sides of the tunnel and work my way forward. So, yeah. All right. Well, you have a good rest of your night.
You too.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm about to do.
Yep, but good night.
All right. See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Night. All right. That is it for Minecraft Power Hour. We actually got a little bit of progress done. Now we can build. Now we can dig out a lot. We can dig out both sides. So that's what? 9 blocks across by 5 blocks tall. Yeah. And then on the left and the right, there's a 2 little 3 blocks that I need to dig out. So 9 by 5 is the main thing, and then 2 little channels of 3 down the sides. But yeah. Oh, excuse me. That is it for today's episode of Minecraft Power Hour. Today with me was Geeks the Beast. As always, this is DK for Tech Gaming. And I'm saying it all out of order. Let's try that all over again. That is it for today's episode of Minecraft Power Hour. We got some progress done, and we will be continuing next week. As always, this is DK for Tech Gaming. Today with me was Geeks the Beast. And as always, thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out in chat. Thanks for supporting the channel any way that you do. And I will see y'all next time.